At least I got a raspy voice, so I'm getting, I got one of those Erica Badu, Jill's, et cetera, Tony Braxton, all that. Yeah, I got that kind of voice. So listen, today's topic is called, and it is Kings and Queens. Kings, Queens. If you were to put them together, it would create like massive high self-esteem. I'm talking about the energy, okay? Kings and queens. So like, I'm on social media, et cetera, et cetera. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm active on certain sites, but on my Facebook, I got my Facebook page, a fan page, Astrological World. Marie Williams, Astrological World. And not where I write literature, poems, et cetera, et cetera. And on my Facebook page, I have a dry sense of humor. Uh, you know, uh, I socialize with my family members, et cetera, friends. I just want to say this: I'm so grateful for all my Facebook friends, especially the ones who know who they are. They're on, they know who they are. So peace and blessings to my other highly intellectual, spiritual family members, where we have been scattered all over the earth and planet Earth, and we communicate. So we love that. I love that. I cherish everyone and everything, and I especially cherish my soul sisters and soul brothers. Um, this king and queen thing, okay? I'm like, what should the spirit guides, angels, the ancestors, divine, yeah, the unique, was like, you should talk about kings and queens. I'm like, kings and queens. So then one of my Facebook friends had a post, and and I'm not gonna, but there was this young lady was speaking of, I want to say they say alpha. She was saying alpha male or whatever that titles. Because when it's all said and done, they're just considered titles. Um, but I can tell they're gung ho on this king and this queen. Apparently, they don't know what chess is. Um, Listen, when it comes to wherever y'all consider this alpha male, alpha female, this, that, I mean, and I gotta teach this because they want me to bring enlightenment and joy to. I am a goddess. I want to say I once was a queen and then became a goddess. But I always been a goddess. You get what I'm saying? King and queen. You have a god and you have a goddess. Okay, mm-mm-mm. So like the way she was explaining, like alpha female uh should have an alpha shouldn't have an alpha male, or an alpha male should, in other words, to me, um I don't believe that one is higher than the other one, to be all honesty. If you go back to all the way to ancient proverbs, ancient knowledge, it wasn't so much about a woman bowing herself. Actually, the men bow to the women. Okay, the men bow to the women. I mean, study thyself, research. The man bow to the woman. That's to show honor and respect. You know that because that's how you got here, through a woman. Yes, a man, but a woman can also create and manifest what she wants. King and queen. It's very important for you to know also that God was a woman and a man. Two energies, feminine and masculine energy, which you could go to the yin and yang, twin flame effect, etc., etc., etc. Um, the masculine energy, the manly energy, and the feminine energy, which is God. That's why people can't comprehend the Big Bang theory, etc., etc., etc. Well, God did have a wife, period, and it was their kingdom, their heaven, that is established on earth as well. So those energies came together and they became equals. But there was a war. The war was because other people were getting in there in the Godhead or whatever and being like, yo, the God is at the bow and etc. 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 which caused a war in heaven. Now, I can go a little deeper, but I'm gonna keep it on a light surface for you guys because I can go all the way. They tell me how, you heard the notification. Peace, blessings, and protection, love, light, and joy. And a little well balanced. So you have the king and the queen. I don't know why do people, especially women, have been programmed that they must bow, subject, and submit themselves to a man. It's to me and for me, I consider an equal. I don't want no one I can disrespect, dishonor, drag through the mud, etc., etc. And that's the way I am, and that's what I solely desire, and that's what I have created. Cause yeah, I got the power. When you say alpha female, alpha woman, why must? And if we say whatever the opposite is to make the man seem all fragile, why must there always be competition? I mean, when you know who you are, you don't have to compete with anyone. Got what I'm saying? King and queen. In other words, so what y'all want to do is label people and make it seem like if a woman, a black woman, rich, beautiful, sophisticated, intelligent woman, lady, if she is out here working, providing, having everything she needs, everything she wants, everything that she desires, everything the universe wants to give her, she comes out to be an alpha. That's disrespectful in all honesty, but who care? Nobody. Just the ones who's. So if a black woman refuses to take somebody's bullshit, especially a man, then she's alpha. I prefer dominant. And then really, it ain't even so much about dominant. See, the thing is, when a queen know what she wants, she's in the knowing. That makes her a goddess. When the queen know what she wants, it doesn't mean she has masculine. Well, everyone has a little. Every feminine has masculine energy because the stand up, the bitch. They call that the bitch of her. So if a woman, a black woman, is balanced properly and in the knowing, okay, because this is when you reach the age of the knowing, you go a little higher spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, etc., etc. So a woman has to, because it's coming off like a woman has to accept a man bullshit to feel needed. Why? You should know who you are regardless. Peace and blessings and protection. You know what's sexy to me? A man who knows what he wants. Remind you, know what he wants. A man that is confident, supreme. A man that doesn't have to tear down a black woman to empower himself, because really that man has low self-esteem. And vice versa with a black woman, a queen. Because, y'all got everything so confused. Everybody say they're a queen. Really, it's just the energy. So, because I was dating this guy, and he was like, "Gee, you're alpha male," and I'm saying, "What the is an alpha female?" He was like, "Gee, you're alpha female." I'm like, "What the fuck is an alpha female?" Because I didn't, I know this stuff, but I don't forgot all that stuff, to be honest. Because when you really like surpass certain things, like the shit be sounding weird. So you have to kind of go back, peace and blessings and protection, and just what these people talking about. And he was like, "You're alpha female," and I'm like, "What the freak is that?" He was like, "A strong woman," and I'm saying, well, strength is within. I mean, I'm not butch. When it's I love men. Don't never don't ever get that twisted. I love me a man. But I'm not gonna lower my self-esteem or allow another creature to lower my self-esteem to to mm, to make him feel empowered over me. Balance is everything. Peace and blessings and protection. Kings and queens. I don't knock it. But this is another thing I don't get. If you're a king or a queen, why are you trying to make like the queen supposed to be bound, like she's supposed to accept anything a man supposed to do? Forgive me. The queen ran the kingdom. Let's keep it real. The queen was the one that went out and hunted for the family, and the king would stay home to protect the palace. Okay? Some of y'all been brainwashed too. The queen moves all around the board freely. I don't bow because I have no earthly master. Got what I'm saying? I don't bow because I have no earthly master. You get what I'm saying? I didn't come from a lineage where even on my mom and dad's side and ancestors above and so below, we didn't come from a lineage where the woman bows. No, the woman is to be taken care of, and the woman runs the house. The woman runs the kingdom. The woman runs the palace. I mean, if you think about it, even from generation on down to now, all the great leaders had that queen in the house, and that queen told him what to do, and he just went out there and spoke it. Kings and queens. It's really no competition. It's not like, oh, he higher than me, I'm higher. Fuck no, we're equals. Because I'm gonna tell you something I learned: when you are truly equals, everything you solely desire, solely want, solely need, like you know how to run an organization. Okay, because that's what it is, an organization. Let me give it to you like this. You have a male and a feminine, a woman. He's no superior than her. She's no superior to him. They're equals. That's how your house flows in good prosperity, peace, love, generosity, etc., etc. You get what I'm saying? What makes you think, and I'm getting these notifications, what make you think? Now, don't get me wrong. This ain't for everybody. The spirit already told me, ancestors, Gigi, your channel not for everybody. It's for someone, but it's not for everybody. Why are we being pitted against each other? Because I'm gonna tell you what I learned: when you start accepting that bullshit, the man don't want you to say nothing. You can't do this, da, 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 da. But I am in the South, so they kind of slow. I'm being honest. Because that over here, they're like, the man supposed to be the leader and blah, blah, blah. No. Even if you go biblical, they work together. They were meant to work together. The reason why you can't work together and each one have to bow and be submissive to the other one in submission is because some don't get the concept of sitting at a table and discussing situations, which is clarity for the home to be ran properly like a business. This ain't about him bowing to me or I'm bowing to him. We're equals. I'm going to tell you something else. When you start doing all, you get all emotional. Some of them can't even, they don't know how to separate emotions from business. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Running your house is a business. Okay? And what happens is business don't come to an agreement, reach an agreement, because it's like a contract. Everything is a contract, whether you know or not. Like you can't come to no terms of agreement because someone's in their emotions. And what happens is when you get out there spreading your business, people know your business, then what happens is someone gets in that feminine or masculine ear, and then it's called deception. Peace and blessings and protection. And what it does is it has you going against each other in the kingdom, and y'all go to war. Husband and wife, feminine and masculine, etc., etc. Got what I'm saying? But balance is everything. Kings and queens. I'm gonna tell you straight up. If a man asks you to bow, he can get the fuck. If a men asks you to bow, bowing is like giving up on your dreams, giving up on what you believe in, what you want, like your greater version of you. Who's doing that? That's not just impolite, it's rude and disrespectful. Because when you give somebody that power or that person see that kind of weakness in you, like before you know it, they're like controlling you. You're their puppet. Kings and queens. If you're in the kingdom and you tell me, if you're sitting on thrones, you tell me if I'm right or wrong. His chair is no higher than hers, and her chair is no higher than his. They might be designed differently to show the kingship and show the queenship. But if you notice, like the leveling, the seatage, they're side by side. Kings and queens. Like I said, when the kings and queens come together, they're level. If it's equality, they have respect for each other. They create high self-esteem. No one can tear down the throne. I don't want nobody lower than me. I'm being honest with you. And I ain't gonna get with nobody gonna be higher than me. We're going to be equal. I don't think they can get higher than me. I'm being honest. We are designed to be equals. I'm getting notifications too. A woman can't have, or a man can't have equality in their home because you don't have your equal, honey. You want equality? Get your equal. Now, yes, I'm single. I'm full of love, like passion. I'm a very passionate woman. I desire to have someone just that passionate, that know who he is. That's not gonna be like, oh, let me tear her down or make her feel something. No, fuck that. Why should I settle? Because I'm not alone. I'm single, but I'm all put together. I don't want a man. I'll be honest, man king. I don't want that in my life because I noticed that I have dated that type of man and it was a turn off. It's not even a turn on. It turns me off. A weak man turns me off. It doesn't mean I'm trying to overpower him, overrule him, or whatever. But when you be okay, when you experience things, right? And you learn, it becomes kings and queens. But then you come to the age of knowing what you want. If a woman want a clean house, a woman gonna have a clean house. If a woman isn't a liar, she might attract a liar, but get what? She ain't gonna accept those lies. So if a black woman, because I don't know why they always attacking black women and then be like, oh, don't attack black men. And they always attacking black men and, oh, don't attack the black woman. Y'all fucking confusing. Y'all confused. Because the problem is, you want him to outdo you, or they gonna try to outdo you. Why? Where is this competition coming from? Every person that succeeded, if they were with someone, they didn't get there. They went got their equal. They met their equals. That you know what that equal gonna do? That equal gonna rise up, and you gonna rise up, and y'all gonna still be rising together. It's called elevation. Peace and blessings and protection. Kings and queens. Y'all don't know nothing about balance. I'm gonna tell you something. If I gotta give my power over to someone to love me and make me feel needed, fuck that. I'm true to thy own self. I'm not gonna. What I'm not gonna do is make a person uh let go of their self, try to manipulate them. Now, if I'm dating someone and it's something that I don't care for, or et cetera, we're going to need to have a mature, healthy discussion, conversation. So whether we end up staying together or not, the conversation need to be needed. Sometimes I think I'm supposed to just be, I'm going to keep that to myself. Peace and blessings and protection. Zest. A lot of people, this propaganda, this brainwashing method has went so far to it's trying to reach, like it's trying to really like get in our culture. If you know, in our who we our true identity, our authenticity. And then before you know, you got siblings against each other. You got, oh no, I'm better than that. I'm better. Parents trying to outdo the child. Parents, come on now. Where's the integrity? Where's the values? Where's the morals? Where's the sex? I mean, yeah, where is the sex? Excuse my French. That just slipped out. Where is the sex? I'm being real. You know, if you think you know me or you done tuned in, because it ain't for everybody, but I'm being honest with you. Like whatever they tell me to say or whatever comes out, gonna come out. Peace and blessings and protection. Where is it? It's been a while. I'm gonna keep that closed. I ain't tripping. And I want to say that it's a South thing, but the more like videos and all this and all that, I'm seeing like why is they pinning us against each other to keep um it's like deterioration. They're trying to destroy, and our people are part of propaganda, and they don't even know it. That's why the spirit was like, Gigi, they blind in their mind, like they don't even know it. Why must and I'm gonna tell you something. I go so deep in it till I'm gonna leave it alone. But that's a method of brainwashing, propaganda, hatred, bitterness. Why? What are you competing about? What are you competing for? When you know who you are, baby, you know the truth. You don't have to compete with a single soul. What competing? Kings and queens. If you a king and a queen, then that means you equal, ain't it? Or you don't know that yet. You should be, but if we're playing chess and being authentic here and keeping it 100, the queen run every damn thing and have an army full of kings. And what they're here to do, protect and serve. This ain't a game, but it's a metaphor. No one wants to pay homage to the black woman, but every other nation pays homage to the black woman, except the black man. Oh no, you're too hard. You're too complaining. Do you even know what you want? Childish behavior. Because our men, and this is not bashing, this is true. Our men have been to the point where, in a place, and I'm not going to sugarcoat shit, have been to the place where now they're relying on being like fucking up till they feel like the black woman will be like, oh, okay, he's a baby, pacify him in the word. I'm not about to pacify you. I don't even pacify my sons. And they'll tell you. I train my children, even my daughter, either you're gonna rise to the goddamn occasion or you're gonna go sit down. Layman terminology, man up. I'm grateful they know what they want. You should know what you want. Let's keep it real. I'm gonna show you another thing. I met this other person, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to date other women, and you want to have flings. You want to have sexual flings." That's where they things come from because they were telling me to say it. Now we're speaking on it now. This person wants a man. He wants to have this woman, that woman, polygamy, whatever you call it. That's disrespectful. I don't want a man that done been with every woman. Because they told me if you're easy, you're sleazy. A man can do it, but if a woman do it, then she's a whore. Well, then technically you a hoe. So this all about equality. You can't get what you don't want to give, and you can't give what you ain't giving. Because you're supposed to be at the age of knowing what you want. And that king and queen stuff, that's I'm telling you real, that's an excuse for men to sleep around. Goddesses too, but a goddess do what they want to do. Let's keep it real. And a god do, but at the same time, it's called spiritual awareness. And you know when you be sleeping with all them, if you are, you know what I'm saying, that shit can. I ain't having sex with nobody. I don't care who get mad. You're not worthy. Listen, a man could spend the night with me day or tomorrow. If that shit don't bother me, you need to know that you're not worthy of thee. Because you're immature and you don't know what you want. This ain't no little boy shit. This not no little boy shit. This not no little girl shit. Cause I feel like a man should have that much high self-esteem about himself to attract that equal, and that woman should have that much self-respect and high self-esteem to attract that. And that's gonna take a while because we ain't for everybody. And we turn down people quick. Even to be that little, like, I can't deal with that. I know me. I'm being real. That's how I usually work. Oh, I experienced it. Now I know me. I'm in the age of knowing I can't deal with that. I would not accept that. I can't tolerate that. Hell, I'm over that. Meaning I have graduated over that. You mean you graduated. Kings and queens. I'm not knocking nobody. If you want to be a king, you want to be a queen, you got your own concept, etc., etc., etc. But what I'm saying is, why do y'all have to paint the woman to be so masculine and over aggressively, and etc., etc., etc.? Just because a woman can raise her voice and say what she mean what she say, so she's a problem, she's a threat. A black woman ain't no threat to any other man. They love it, trust me. But she's a threat to a black man. You should want a black woman that knows. Because if that black woman knows, therefore she can. Mm. King and queen. When it's connected, is when it's balanced. Just don't know. So 3131 is on the screen. So this has been freedom of speech about kings and queens. I could have given more, but you people got to get it for yourself. And with that, you got to have high self-esteem. It's not putting down on nobody. But if you don't know who you are and being true to thy own self, in other words, ancient proverb, if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for it. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And when you fall down, motherfuckers going to trample all over your ass because you're giving them your power. I refuse to. Because you ain't seen war. People don't really know what war is. When you're coming for someone's integrity, their respect, their spirituality, etc., that's who they are. Like, you ain't seen war. Because it's called respect. That's what the war is about, respect. The war going on right now is respect. The war going on in your household is about respect. That's all it's about. And if you can't give them no respect because you ain't got no self-respect, then listen, I don't know what to tell you. But that's why it's called self-respect. And you want to get somebody who don't have self-respect, and then what they do, king and queen, this is what I'm speaking to, and then you have to dumb yourself down. Do you know how unattractive that is? For me. That is one of the most unattractivest shit I ever, like, butterflies turn me on. Watching water turns me on. Watching the clouds, reading them, and the birds and the bunnies and all that. That's sexy to me. You know what's unattractive? Goddamn man don't know who he is and don't know what he wants and belittling the woman. And you gotta bow. You gotta do what I say. Do what I say. That's that fucking. I don't even want to talk about other propaganda mentality. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all done took on the age of caveman around here and don't even know it. Black men acting like a goddamn caveman. Let me get on out for you. Yeah, thank you for joining my channel. This has been freedom of speech, extra underscore extra, all large letters. Because you got to read all about it. Yeah. So thanks for joining me. I'm actually nice and like you wouldn't really like when you see me on my YouTube channel, like for real, like I'm really one of the most but then when this truth come out, like Claire, you hear the notification, like it's assertiveness. So peace and blessings to you guys. Love, light, and joy and strength. Thank you. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. If you do, I'm gonna do what I gotta do regardless. Peace and blessings. Till next time, take care.